Hello everyone, welcome to Whack, fucking Whack Comics. I'm here with Rob's Fat Stack of Comics, and we're gonna do 10 Whack questions. How you going, Rob?
I'm just ducky, sir.
Ducky? I've never heard that expression before.
Well, I'll quack you up.
That's a good one. All right, we're off to a good start. The first question, Rob, for people who do not know you, who the fuck are you?
I'm some bloke with a mustache.
Yeah, is that
Oh
it?
well, beyond that, I'm a fat man with a fat opinion, and I collect comic books. People like to watch me unbox comics for some strange reason, and I host a show where I get somebody else to come on for about an hour and a half and create content for me.
I just want to say too that you're one of the most selfless people on YouTube. The 100% of your revenue that generates in your channel goes to Comics Curing Cancer, and it's you've got other people out there that are raising the money to get a plane ticket to America and whatever else, and you're just giving it all away to charity. I can't thank you enough on behalf of the community for that, man. You're such a good
Well,
dude.
well, I appreciate that. I mean, you know, be honest, YouTube doesn't generate a ton of money. I don't need it, so I'd much rather do something good with it and be able to counter. I can at least write off all the taxes I get pay. I'll have to pay for the revenue, anyways.
So if you want to join any channel, it should be Rob's channel because all that money is going to Comics Curing Cancer.
Yeah. So yeah, American Cancer, part of the American Cancer Society. Last year we raised $22,300 for them. This year, we're hoping to go for 25. We'll have our big push in October. Again, but in the meantime, everything that my channel generates, at least, whether it's the ad revenue, whether it's the memberships, the stickers, the super chats, merchandise sales from my merch store, whatever, all of it, all my partnerships, like with the Rogue Trader and whatnot, all that stuff. I don't collect any of that. It just gets passed right through to American Cancer Society.
It's too nice, man. Too nice. All right, let's get on. Let's get on with it. Yeah. Question number 2: what was the first comic book you read that was so shit that you wanted to destroy it?
The Maximum Clonage series. Up until that time, I loved comic books. I wanted to read them all the time, as you would say, right? But then Maximum Clonage came along, and I just could not stand that so badly that I literally stopped buying comics and sold every book I had for a few dollars, and just got out of comics until for like 20 years.
Well, a book so bad it means you wanted to just get rid of all of them.
All of them. And then we actually had one show, somebody bring up a slabbed version on freaking Only Slabs recently. And I it was like another episode with of Pokemon cards almost. I had to go away and Chris had to take over.
Had some PTSD. It all came back.
Yeah.
Question number 3: in your opinion, what comic book character has the most takeable penis?
Wow, that's a phenomenal question. Um, so many of these heroes have all kinds of extra powers that you don't know how that's really going to work out for you. So I think you got to go to some more of these street level heroes. And I don't know. I guess you look at Dick Grayson, and I mean it's right there in his name. I mean we know that he's got the greatest set of buns in DC Comics. You got to imagine that he's got the stamina and along with his acrobatic skills. I got to go with Dick Grayson.
A street level penis. Nice. Question number 4: if you could date anyone in the YouTube comic book community, who would it be?
Hmm. That is tough. Is my wife going to find out about this?
No, I'm sure she doesn't watch Whack Comics. It's fine.
It's a toss up there. I love my boy Chris, and but Legion of Comics, man, we got a bromance going with a lot of different stuff going on. It's tough. I don't know.
Could be a 3-way.
Maybe a little poly action. Yeah, you never
Yeah.
know. Yeah,
I'd
why do you
watch
have to be
that.
why do you have to be defined as we are today in a strictly
Monogamous relationship. Yeah,
yeah, exactly.
perfect. That's good. Well, Mark and Chris and you, I'd pay money to see that.
That would be something, that's for sure.
Question number 5. What Pokemon would you, Rob Fat Stats of Pokemon, be?
I know of like what 2 Pokemon or something, 3 Pokemon. I don't know. Let's just go with Walrein.
Wolverine. Oh, it's gone. You know, I asked TM Nerdy the same question, and he said that that same Pokemon, but he couldn't come up with the name of it. But now we know the name of it. Wolverine.
Yeah, I don't know.
It's the
Maybe
mustache.
because it's sort of almost like Wolverine.
Yeah, and he said the mustache as
The
well because
mustache.
he's
Yeah.
perfect.
There you go.
So with Berserker coming to a close,
Devastating.
Yeah, devastated. Keanu Reeves is looking for his next writing job. If he were to write for the big 2 publishers, Marvel or DC, what comic book character do you think he would write best?
Well, we've seen how well he's done with Berserker.
Mm.
And there is a character who basically is indestructible, who loves to fight hand to hand, can have a berserker rage. Maybe Wolverine.
I get this is a Berserker thing.
Yeah.
It's on brand.
Yeah, well, it's either that or he's got to find somebody who's a surfer. Do we have any? Oh, maybe he could do Night Thrasher. Instead of surfer, he could do the skateboarder, but whoa. Yeah.
That's a good one. I hope he writes that one.
Yeah, okay. It'd make Mike Becker happy just to see Night Thrasher being written. Doesn't matter who writes him. I think he'd be a little disappointed though when he gets that switchblade, pops out that skateboard, and goes, "Whoa!" All we are is dust in the wind, dude.
Question number 7. Last year, I was campaigning pretty hard for a Killaroo Does a Poo coloring book on Kickstarter. With that in mind, what comic book character would you like to see a Does a Poo coloring book of, and what artist could you see drawing it?
Killaroo Does a Poo coloring book. I love that.
Mm-hmm.
Geez, what? I need a character that you wouldn't expect to be caught in that kind of position. I think that would make it all the funnier. Maybe Galactus. I don't think you'd really expect. I mean, you'd have to find one hell of a porcelain throne for that man. Well, who's to say he needs to have a throne? I suppose he's just hovering over a black hole. And for a current active artist, man, I'd love the realism of Ross.
Alex
Ross doing Galactus taking a poo.
That would be a good one. That would be a nice, big, realistic poo.
I mean, and you'd get the reflection off any urine stream and all the other stuff going with it. I mean, the mind just goes with that one.
Question number 8. What made you want to call your YouTube channel Rob Fat Stacks of Comics? And couldn't you think of anything better?
Yeah, I probably could have thought of many things better. That's just flat, straight up the way it was. Yeah, I have no clue what made me come up with that name, other than my name being Rob, and that I'm fat. I can't remember what the impetus for it was. Probably got bumped my head on a wall or something, and saw a stack of comics and saw myself in a mirror and went, "Oh my god, look at that fat stacks comics." I don't know.
So the fat in the name is a reference to your weight and not the reference to the stack of your comics?
Yeah, really. I mean, it really is the fat references refers to myself because in this day and age, I feel that the only thing you can make fun of and make jokes about is yourself. Um, and so, and if you can't laugh at yourself, then what good are you? So, I play off that, and large stacks of comics. I guess it kind of how it just kind of came about. I definitely should have come up with something better though. It's kind of very long-winded.
It's good though. But I just want to say, even though you think you're a heavier man, you're still a sexy man.
Well, thank you, sir. Thank God for dad bods being in vogue.
Question number 9. In one word, what describes your favorite childhood memory?
Star Wars.
That's 2 words.
Toys.
That's better. There you go. You got there. Question
Words
number
are hard, man.
They are, especially when you only ask for one of them.
I know. Well, I'm an American, so you remember I have product of our education system. Counting is difficult.
Fair enough. I won't hold it against you.
It's probably because we're not on the metric system. That's probably what it was.
Okay. Maybe he will one day. Fingers crossed.
You never know.
Question number 10.
Only drug dealers.
Only drug dealers?
Drug dealers use metrics.
Fucking go drug dealers.
Drug dealers and scientists. They're the only ones that use the metric system. There's some kind of synergy there that I'm not quite sure of, but they both use triple beam balances. That's all I'm saying.
Question number 10. Could you please show me and everyone watching how you, Rob, would whack a comic book?
Well, absolutely. I would take a book that I really don't care about much or that has irritated me because they wouldn't pay for a colorist or something. And I just start to shred it apart. I mean, you just let it go and just keep going. Sometimes I do it. I like to do it with books that are polybagged and rip them out of the poly bag and then tear them apart. And then what's really great with them afterwards is I don't want to throw the pieces all over the place. I like to then shuffle all the pieces together and put them in a bag and a board and send them to Daddy Tie Tie. So he has puzzles to work on when he's at home or sad and has nothing to do. He has a fresh puzzle that he can put together and remember me by.
That's a thoughtful whack.
And for extra pleasure, I'll send him the whack Pokemon card as well.
That is a very thoughtful whack, Rob.
I like to think. When I think of whacking, I think of Tyler. As I'm sure you do as well.
Of course, every single time.
Who doesn't?
That was the 10 whack questions. Now I have 10 this or that questions, but feel free to answer them how you would like. The first one is, who sucks more, Joe Biden or Tyler?
Tyler.
Oh, I can see you vote for Joe Biden. That's good. Who's the better artist, Ethan Van Sciver or Rob Liefeld?
That?
What would you rather eat, a comic book pizza or a comic book pie? I've made both of them for reference if you need.
Oh, this.
Backstreet Boys or NSYNC?
Banana daiquiri.
That's not neither of the ones that I said.
You said I could answer it however I want.
Okay. Britney Spears or Christina Aguilera?
Oh. Christina Aguilera.
Nas or Biggie?
Biggie, I guess.
Shout out to the immortal Biggie Shaq, eh?
Yeah. At least it's got comic book action.
Jar Jar Binks or Baby Yoda?
God, Grogu.
Who was the better YouTuber, Remy Q Studios or actual Dracula?
I would say that Remy Q Studios is a little more my brand.
So you don't like actual Dracula? at
Didn't
all?
say that. I just say Remy Q is a little bit more my brand.
You heard it here first. He doesn't like actual Dracula. Who's the better Simon, Simple Simon or Mad Spidey?
Well, I'm a huge, Mad Spidey's my mate.
Mad Spidey?
Yeah, I mean, I love Simple Simon. Don't get me wrong. I got his CD collection, but Mad Spidey's my mate.
All right, this is the final question. Dick cheese or toe jam?
Wow. I guess Toe Jam. I mean, I think isn't that a cover band for Pearl Jam?
Could be.
Yeah. Otherwise, what is the Smegma Lads?
Rob, I can't thank you enough for coming on 10 Whack Questions and being a good sport about it all. Who would you like to see come on 10 Whack Questions next? It was actually Taylor Winder who asked for you to come on 10 Whack Questions.
Well, that is phenomenal. The king of all nerds would do that. I think a man who needs to make an appearance on a show like this might be oh goodness gracious, I might as well nominate my buddy Chris the Comic Vet, my partner in crime.
The Canadian.
Yeah, my Canadian half.
You heard that, Chris. I'm coming for you next. Thanks heaps again, Rob, and thanks everyone for watching. Ignacio, he's an artist and a whore. You pay him enough, there's nothing he won't draw. Ignacio.
Rob, I have to be honest. This is a good use of Alex Ross. You can, if you haven't seen Comic Journey's 10 Questions, you want to check it out because his is not a good use of Alex Ross' abilities and skill level. But yours, Galactus, taking a poop, drawn by Alex Ross, I think that's a very, very good choice. And I would like to see how Alex Ross approaches the Galactus naked parts, because he's a hyper-realistic dude. So I would like to see how he goes to and how he approaches that Galactus asshole, scrotum. Does he have a normal dick? Do we see his dick? Does he have a normal scrotum? Does he have a high-tech something? I don't know. But I would like to see Alex Ross doing Galactus taking a shit. Yes. Good one, Rob. I'm surprised you didn't choose Pokemon, but
Ignacio, he's an artist and a whore. You pay him enough, there's nothing he won't draw. Ignacio. You gonna wave?